Today is November 6th, 2024. Can't sleep. It's about, almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Yesterday was on November 5th, 2024. I was in Mark's in Hartville. Some guys by the wine aisle. I had cut through it, trying to find the bathroom. He's on the phone. He looks over at me. And he keeps looking back over at me and he's talking. He said, nobody thought it was funny when they found out how much that family makes. Where Pam's family and Savannah and them were telling everybody they were poor. She's an RN nurse. He's an electrician. Where did you think they were poor? See, that's where my one client out in North Canton, in the spring, they said that Chris and his gang found out how much money that Pam and them have. And they thought they were poor, and they were helping out. And they could go to jail for this. And they thought she was poor because she had a baby. Just because someone has a baby, why would you think they're poor? She's an RN nurse, too. RN nurses make about $100,000 or more a year. Pam said she was going to become an LPN because she could make almost $20 an hour in the 80s. She's an RN. So where did you think an RN would be poor? Pam, her ex-husband, they were married 30-something years. He is an electrician. They make way over $150,000 a year. My son John's an electrician, and he used to brag years and years ago, like 2012, 2013, he was making that kind of money back then, and that he could retire time he was 55 and live comfortably before him and Melissa started having a lot of trouble. I want you to think about that. He was bragging he could have enough money to retire at 55. And then, if you look at Pam's family, her dad's, Rod, he owns his own business. His parents, the Manses, owned realty. They owned apartment buildings that were paid off, that they were still running. You know they inherited all that crap down. So where did you think people like that have $250,000 to $300,000 income were poor? Where did you think they were poor? And then the mentality, you were willing to drug, beat, or rape somebody for one of your friends you thought they needed money? Why would you do that? And then the whole mentality, when this all first started, they had already tried to kill me, so that didn't work. They decided to frame me. They broke in and started setting up a frame to extort money out of an unemployed person. It worked in 2 years because they were fixing up one house and then fixing up another house. You were trying to extort money out of an unemployed person. How it worked in 2 years? Did you think that one through? Because the only thing I actually had to my name was some jewelry that you could have broken the house and just stole it. I didn't own anything else. You were trying to extort money from somebody who didn't have anything and no money. We both had our names on both vehicles. But, I didn't have an income. I was the one doing all the work on the houses. Me and the kids. So, what kind of money were you thinking that you could actually get out of me back in May? Because they started playing with me the end of May, the 1st of June. I didn't call the FBI till the last week of September, the first week of October of 18. So where did you think you could extort money out of an unemployed person that had no money of their own? And the only thing they owned was some jewelry that you could have broken and stole. They didn't own anything else besides their own clothing. Think about that. How stupid that is. And then the mentality, the sick mentality that my dad cheated on my mom with Jan, his second wife, okay? She worked in a bar. She was a bartender, barmaid, whatever you want to call it. She worked there for years. All the guys come in the bar. She never had any of them hurt my mother. Never even had any of them. She could have asked them to, they would have. But she wouldn't have dreamed of it. Why? Because it's sick. So I want you to think, that's where Sheriff David said for that Michelle to be this evil. Pete's had to have raped her when she was small to warp her mind to think it's funny having some other woman drug, beat, and raped. Now you got to start thinking of Pam's family and what's going on in there. For them to find it funny, they have me drug, beat, and rape for their daughter. Because he's dating several women. Where would you involve yourself in such evil crimes? And selling kitty porn to little kids going potty. And having a woman that has nothing to do with your relationship, that you're cheating on this woman, cheating with this guy that's married to this woman that doesn't even know about you. Huh? You're just having a fling. But you want to hurt her for the fun of it? You think you can extort money? What kind of money did you think I had? I had nothing. They knew I was unemployed. I had nothing. Think about that. I had some jewelry Dave got me, and it was worth money. They could have just broken and stole it. It's not like they weren't breaking in and stabbing me with needles. It was just laying on the counter next to me. Why didn't you just steal it? They were already stabbing me with needles, lacing drinks, beating, raping me, and drugging me up and telling me to say stuff. Why didn't you just take it? You wanted it so bad, why didn't you just take it? Seriously. This is the only thing I owned. You were drug, beating, raping somebody to extort money out of somebody who was unemployed and had no income and no money of their own. How stupid is that? Because I didn't call the FBI till the last of September, 1st of October. And do you realize Pam made as much as Dave without Jack Simcoe? They were the kind of people that would take, their 4 or 5 kids, their grandkids, their mom and dad, go down to Disney World and spend a couple weeks and stay inside. Can you afford that? They could. Because they made almost $300,000 or more a year. It's the rich people exploiting people, trying to think they can make money off of them. It's sick. And harming people that they think they can exploit money off of it. Like they said, it's a big extortion group. But boy, you can't bleed blood out of a turnip when there's no blood in it. See, then they thought they could get my informant money. See, if you actually think where they're lying that Michelle got it, okay? Michelle and Lauren showed up October 4th, 23. Maslin got pulled up next to me. Will said he was going to steal the money for us. That was in 23. They never got it. He was supposed to steal the money for us. They didn't get it. Got it. See, I was out with my friend today. We were in Alliance. We drove by that Wendy's. We're December 2nd, 22 at noon. Some guys come in with me and my Dahab. Is that the one that church tried to have killed? He said, yes. I heard she didn't get any money out of this. He said, no, it's that one guy from the case. He stole every dime since the first day. We went in Walmart and Alliance. This lady by the front veggie agent stole all the money. Is that what's going on? Stole it for herself. And they were yelling it. Just like October 6, 23, by the food aisle, women said that girl that's going around saying that agent's stealing for her is actually one of his girlfriends. He's been stealing all kinds of money. That's where that Sunday after, I was in Kohl's in Belden. Lady came in as we were checking out. Will was supposed to be out driving around trying to keep her safe. Heard he's paying people to yell all kinds of crazy crap at her, and he's been stealing all kinds of money for some girl. I want to know who she is. Okay? Just like November 20th, 23. Women by the front registers said Will took a payoff and he stole my money. They've said it since January to March of 19, that they paid him off. He's so corrupt, he tried to steal my money. In Walmart 62 in front of people. You know, it's just like, sorry, I got rid of my gum. That guy that said, when I walked in Mark's in Hartville, he's by the wine and beer aisle. I'm cutting through there so I can find the bathroom. He looks over at me, he's talking on the phone and looks over at me. He said, all these people, nobody found it funny when they found out how much that family actually makes. Okay? And he even said, we all know it was drug dealers. A bunch of drug dealers did this to her before. Well, yeah, it's documented by the police. I was framed by the drug cartel. Dave hired the drug cartel. That's who Pete is. He's drug cartel. For we all work for the king from Texas. We always met. Dave hired us. He's a drug lord. He's taped him. Nobody else drugs anybody but the drug cartel. Even the police have told them that. They already know I'm framed by the drug cartel. It's just like when I went down to Walmart 62. These women were by the hot food. As I walk in, we found out they photoshopped everything. I feel bad about everything. They're acting like they're slow. They said they photoshopped all their lives in 18 and 19. What part didn't you understand? They made everything up on me. They made fun of FBI agent John for falling for it. They made fun of all you people several times. They made up retired Judge Pete. They made up everything on me. They photoshopped shower scenes in other rooms, feminine wipies in other rooms, raised some guy named Chris out of the room. I mean, seriously, how many times do they have to confess that they drugged me and told me say it, where you have bruises, throwing up, heart racing, severe personal infection, almost passing out? They were drugging you and telling you to say stuff and beat and rape you. What kind of people harm people like that? Psychotic, demonic bastards. Think about that. You know, it's just like that crazy Pete running around telling everybody she was found insane before. Do you know what it takes to be found insane? You have to be like committed to a state hospital. A couple doctors have to come up with a diagnosis. You have to have a competency hearing where you are allowed to get an attorney and another doctor's opinion and argue it out in front of a judge. A judge decides if he's going to take your rights away. Only a judge can find you insane. And then you're told they can't do it behind your back. You get a social worker. You're put on disability. Never happened. See, that Pete thinks he can just throw any kind of shit out of his mouth and people will believe it. You actually have to have a competency hearing. And you're allowed your own defense. It's the United States of America. Just like he told people that he entered his stocking tapes in court, they found me guilty and nobody told me that I wasn't allowed to my own fair court trial, bail and bond, own attorney, or right to remain quiet, that he can break in and drug somebody up and tell them to say something stupid and they don't even know who he is, and Photoshop shower scenes, and his drug cartel can laugh at the victim's face in front of the feds and the police, and that the victim will get in trouble. He thinks he can just say anything and it be true. It doesn't work that way. See what I mean? How dare you be this stupid that a drug dealer can just say anything? You know, is he the one that's saying that he's taking all those little kids out? You know, the police have already told these people. They already know he's a child molester. And you're letting your kids go out with him. And he likes to play with date rape, amnesia drugs, and rape people. And take pornography of children and sell them on porn sites. And that's what you're letting your kids go out with? You can go to jail for that. Now you think Pam and her family be messed up with those vile criminals. Her daughter already had a big drug dealer's baby. And she's supposed to be some kind of Christian, involving herself in such evil crimes? You know, if these people were going to break in and drug, beat, and rape somebody and try to extort money, it'd be a smart thing to do it with somebody that actually has money. Not some unemployed person that hadn't worked in years. Because what did you think you were going to get back in May? The jewelry you could have stole off the counter? Because there was nothing to get out of me. You're that stupid.